we just might as well, keep
And
going.
I have to imagine no other podcast starts with, "Yay, we're doing it again."
Yeah, it's
And
true. It's
and
true.
I was going to say a countdown, but I guess it's more of a count up.
Yes.
Uh, so
Well,
we're
and
doing it.
it's worth calling out your hair. Your hair is
It is,
freshly
yeah, it
curly
is.
today.
It is a topic of conversation everywhere I pop up. It is more blue than I
Yes.
anticipated. It is. It actually looks a little more purple in that light, but it is more blue. That was not intentional. Usually I do a purple base and then I put the blue over it
Yeah.
to kind of give it a more blue tone. Sometimes the
Right.
purples go a little too plum and I don't care for that. This time I thought I would be smart and mix them all together. And I thought that looks like the color, the blue one.
Well,
So
I will
it's a little bit
say
more blue.
it brings out your eyes and it highlights with your
Thanks.
glass frames. It makes
Thanks.
it makes it all you match very well. So
It's thank you. I'm
works.
basically gonna let it do its thing and let it fade and then we'll throw the purple on it. Um sorry, the dog was handing me a stick. I'll let you guess
As
which one that was. Um and then it's now curly. It's doing this thing, which my mom has very, very curly hair, like the curliest of
yes.
curly hair that you can get. Um, but mine has not really done curling. Like if it's been curled, it's from an iron, and like very
Yeah.
intentionally curled. Um, but in the past couple weeks, I've been calling it unruly mess because I'm like, no matter what I do, it's not doing what I want it to do. And then it dawned on me it's probably because it wanted to do this.
Yes.
So
It wanted that. Yes.
I actually have to go over to my parents' house later. I was like, I need curling, like curl products. I don't have a lot of that. So,
Yeah. Same.
apologies for the noise because Kenobi's doing Kenobi things behind me. But if you
It's
can hear
okay.
him for that, I don't know.
That is
Uh,
the essence of our podcast is
yes,
just
yeah.
the
Sorry if you
realness
can
of
hear
our
background
lives.
noise. But yeah, so it's it's here. We have a month left of hair, so we'll have some fun with it.
Yes. Yes. We should
So
probably do a plug. I feel like
we
even though we are
should.
not sponsored by anyone, but we should plug the fact that Casey, my BFF, is going on how many years is this now officially?
This will be year 16 of volunteering, and I believe
Yes.
year 9 of shaving, of going bald.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
because
which
Chris and I
is
have been
really what.
married
So
almost.
and it kind of is a little this the numbers. This is why I don't let numbers, right? Because so Sean and I got married 2 days before I went bald for the very first time, which was
Yes.
a big to do. More on that in the future.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll be married for 8 years, but this will be my ninth time bald, ninth like
Yes.
event, which does not make sense. Like it should be the same number, but it's not if you count them. I have done this plenty of
Yep.
times.
Yep.
So yeah, this will be
But
the
that's
ninth
that's okay. Well, for
head
nine
shaving.
years, 9 years, I feel like everyone should just jump in the link that we're going to provide in our
Yes,
Substack
we will
to
put a link
donate. Yes.
below in the show notes, as they say in the podcasting world. I'm picking up on the lingo. But yeah, so we'll have a link for you to go and donate. My whole family is doing it this year, although my mom and my sister are not shavies. They are
Not
trimmies
shavies, but
this year.
trimmies. Yes. Which
So
I
my mom
like
has
that.
gone. Yeah, I do too. It's a new. I'm pretty sure this is new for this year. I've not seen it
Yeah.
before. So mom has been bald previously. Dad and Sean have done it since the beginning of our team. Um, Stephanie has very long hair and rightfully wants to keep it. She does a lot of other fundraising elsewhere with
Yep.
her running, so no one harass her.
Yeah.
I don't like when people harass women for going or not going bald anyway. That's a whole thing. But so she'll be trimming 3 inches of hair, which is a little shorter than what mine is now. So it's actually
Yeah.
quite a bit. It's a lot of hair. And donating that to an organization that I'm currently forgetting the name of, but we'll link it
We'll put
below.
it in the, yeah. Yep.
But that helps oil spills. And then my mom will
Yes.
be trimming 8 inches and donating to children with hair loss, who we've all donated to when we
Yes.
chop our hair off. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah,
I
so
do
that
love
is
the addition of the trimmies. I feel
I
like
do
that
too.
is
Yeah.
a fantastic way to eliminate stress for people that are not
Yep.
ready for a big shave, but
A
still be
big
able to like
yeah.
have,
My favorite
active.
haircut of all the haircuts.
Yes. Yes.
I can't wait just to have the little, yeah, that you just sit there and rub your head.
I know. I know. Weeks away. I'm so
So
excited.
just a few weeks away, but I'm trying to enjoy the, I was just telling someone on Threads the other day, like I feel like every time either the color or the style like shifts, I miss the style before it.
Yep.
Um, and I know I'm very ready for the bald and the buzz cut, but I know I
Yes.
will then look back on photos and go, oh, I missed that curly wavy
Yep.
mess that I had on my head for 2 months too.
But
So
hair always grows back. That's,
it does. That's the That's
unless you have like
the great thing about
alopecia,
it.
but
Well,
yes,
yes, yes, but more often than not, it grows back,
exactly.
and these causes go to help children and folks with those conditions that either have lost their hair or cannot grow their hair. So
Yeah.
I need to check and see. I measured my hair the other day just to see what 3 inches was, and I was like, oh, mine's actually longer. So like, so can I donate to help the
That'd be awesome.
the oil spills? So I'm gonna have to see on that. But yeah, kind of crazy that it is St. Baldrick's season once again, as we say.
Yes. Yes. Oh, it's such a good time
But
of year
anyway,
though.
we'll talk about that.
Yes.
We have a whole episode coming up next month
Yes.
on that. We're in the process of planning that, so I think that will be March 19th. I had to look it up earlier today for another thing that we were signing up for, so
Yes.
more to come.
Okay.
Now
All
what?
right.
Now does the turkey come out? Is it turkey time?
I think it
It's
can
like
certainly be
it's like
turkey time.
it's like tool time, but
You know,
it's turkey time.
except we don't really have anyone presenting. We just present ourselves.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I'd
it's true.
say let's go ahead and pull the turkey out
Let's go.
then. Gotta shake it. All right. Let's see what our topic is going to be today.
I'm
Oh my.
nervous. Like we put the topics in there, and yet I'm still nervous.
Ooh. Tools we use. Oh, that's
Tools
a
we use. Okay,
tools we use.
I'm gonna have to I should have wrote notes when we did these. Now I'm gonna have to think. Is this like the AI and like the or
I
the
think
tools for
this could be about anything. I think
anything, right?
for like I mean I already have stuff jumping, so I can go first.
Yeah, go for it.
But like one of the things that I started doing probably at least, I mean, been between 10 and 15 years ago, is I started using Dropbox. And we are not sponsored by
Hmm.
any of these tools, just
Yes,
so everyone's
that's
clear.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I started using Dropbox many years ago because I started kind of creating this whole environment where if all of a sudden I lost my computer because I was traveling a lot for work and just doing a bunch of things, or and I was rarely ever home, so it was like if my apartment ever caught on fire or anything like that, like how would I recover my life from a
Hmm.
digital standpoint? And that's when I really like moved everything over to Dropbox. So that was automatic upload for photos and videos. That was creating an entire like document management system for myself. That was also pulling a lot of things off of hard drives that I used to have, getting them all on the cloud so that that way I just had access to everything
Hmm.
always. And for someone who is super organized and I don't like having things end up in super secret safe spots. I was like, this will be perfect for, everything.
Can
And
we
it
put a
gave me,
passport in there? Because
right. Yes.
that's another
Um,
story.
but I was just like, I need to be able to access. And I had gotten a Mac Air when they first came out, and it was super low on like memory. Um,
Yeah.
so it was like I couldn't store a whole lot on there. So I needed to be able to find a way. So Dropbox has been my tool for all document and photo management for over a decade. And then
Hmm.
recently I moved having all my photos go to Google Photos because the searchability is just a little bit better. But
Yeah.
eventually I would like to just manage one tool.
hmm
And
That's, I
so,
was like, if I had one thing that Dropbox, I would love for Dropbox to do, it would
yes,
be the photo organization, which I know is not their
correct.
thing, but it would just be like the all-encompassing tool
Yep,
then for
yep,
digital storage and management.
yes,
Because yeah, I think I
yes.
use Dropbox. I'm almost positive. I think I used it a little bit before that from, I mean, like back when you would send people emails to get storage within like like
Yes.
like first
Oh, yeah.
first baby infancy years of Dropbox, I think. And I did that for because I was a photographer and it was just easier to send people, larger files that way. But then I think you and I kind of sat down and like when I moved all of, the digital stuff um into Dropbox just to be able to like access it and
Yep.
kind of know it's somewhere safe, you know. It no longer backs up my photos because I am on Google Photos, been on there a long time. I am trying to get off of Google Photos. But it is again, as a photographer, like a much bigger, it's not an easy thing. It is a
Yeah, I
very, I was
know.
just talking to another friend who's a photographer about this. Like just organizing photos is such a massive lift.
Yeah,
Like I thought I had a lot, and then she told me she still does photography, and then she told me how much she has, and I was like, oh my God, you're like twice I do.
yeah.
But like hundreds of thousands of photos.
Hmm.
Um, and then I also have the lovely like fear of losing a photo because we went through that with my sister in like the early 2000s. And so there's like that fear of like, well, I don't want to get rid of any of these because if one file goes
Right.
corrupt, maybe the other two will be fine.
Exactly.
Um, so I wish there was a better way to do it, but I'm also looking at I hope I'm saying this right. I might not be ENTE, which is
Hmm.
a photo storage similar to Google Photos, but it's open source. So I'm looking at that. I haven't quite made. I think when I make the hop, that's probably what I'll go with. But um, yeah, we're building up to that because it's like I said, a big lift.
Yes.
Um, one of the tools that I love that I use, which is not a digital tool, but I have them everywhere, are Loop earbuds.
Yes.
Um, I saw you light over them, and they have like
I
fun
love
little
my
purple
loop. I love
ones.
being a looper. Yes.
And I just got them for you for Christmas. I have them in my bag. I have the ones I got you for
Yep.
Christmas in my bag that you can like adjust based on where you are. And then I also just got the sleeping ones because sometimes like the just the quiet like
Yeah.
keeps me up. And so if I put them in, I can go back to bed. It's the strangest thing, but
Yep.
it's like the TV is too much because then I want to stay up and watch episodes and my own brain is too much. So
Yep.
the sleeping ones kind of help me like shut it down. So I have like earbuds pretty much everywhere I go. And then
I,
like where I work
yeah.
is kind of an open, like the dogs here, like it's an
Yep.
open area. So those help me sometimes when I like don't have my work earbuds in.
I love the loops. After you got them for me and I started wearing them, I think it was in the first day. I was like, I'm
Hmm
buying these for my oldest son. I'm buying these for my husband. Because having two kids, it's amazing how overstimulated you get from the amount of kid noise and even dog noise, just the
hmm
barking, like,
Yep.
and how just popping those in, and even for my son who has ADHD, one of the things that's been interesting for him is that I'll have him put him in because sometimes he gets this place where he forgets how loud he's talking. And
hmm
I'm like, if you put him in, it forces the noise, like you
hmm
can hear it. And so now I'll say, just go put your loops in. And
hmm
he'll go put them in, and it changes things.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy. I feel like I don't know if it's meant to do this or if it's just now my brain connection to them. But when I
right.
put them in, it like I instantly calm down. I'm like, okay, you
Yes.
can like everything is more like regulated in terms of sound because the dog noise too. Kenobi's got a
Yep.
bark that'll make your brain shatter.
Yep.
And there have been plenty of times in 8 years where I'm like, it takes you from like zero to like through the roof.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like the loops like bring you back down. Okay,
Yep.
like
Yep.
I can manage these.
100%.
Yeah. I
So
love my loops.
one of my other favorite tools, so I'm a big foodie. I know we mentioned that in the last
Hmm.
episode, but like as far as kitchen tools, I have this incredible avocado slicer. It is my go-to. I don't even use a knife
What a
anymore.
true millennial you
Yeah,
are.
I
You're
know.
the
I love it.
reason we're in the situation we're in. How dare you?
I
You and
know.
the
I love it.
avocado.
Yeah. I'm telling you what, I love it. I put it in soups. My youngest son, he eats them all the time. And I love how easy it is. And also I cut my hand one time using a knife, and I'm really good with my knife skills. So for me to cut myself, it's pretty like rare.
Hmm.
But yeah, as soon as I got the avocado slicer, I was like, this is it. So we'll have to
Because avocado is not difficult, but it is you kind of have to like there's a little strategy with that between like
yes,
the seed and the like scooping it
yes.
out. Yeah. It's
And
there are
well,
parts
and
of
I
it where I'm like I
was,
could cut myself doing this.
oh yeah. And this totally like gets rid of that. So, and I was on a call with a couple of my girlfriends. We were having like a little like evening call, and I used it, and one of the girls go, "Oh my gosh, what do you have there? And what did you just use? Like, how did you just cut that avocado so easy?" And so it's like a thing. But I would say that's definitely one of my go-tos in the kitchen as far as like
My
tools
sister
that we
just got,
use.
I don't know what this is called. This is also a kitchen tool now that we're like hopping around, which I really like. Um, so she has to, her dog has diabetes and they have to, it's very like regimented on her food and everything. So it's a lot of chicken
Mm.
and it's to shred the chicken, but you basically put it in these two sort of pancake, I don't know, things that have
Oh,
little
do you
uh,
twist it?
yeah, and you twist it and it
Yes.
like I don't know what it's called. I don't like she posted a video of it. I was like, "Oh my
Like,
God. That's amazing." And you don't like when you first look at it, you're like, "That's not gonna work." And then
yeah.
you see it in action, you're like, "Oh, so like, so genius."
Yes.
Um so yeah, that's good if you like I probably need one because I don't like chunks of meat. That
Yeah.
sounds gross.
No,
Or
I
shredded
have
things.
done the like put it in a bowl and put a mixer
Hmm.
and done that
Yeah,
before. That did scare me a little bit because it kind of, if you don't
yeah.
like start with smaller, it does kind of get a little aggressive. But yeah, I could see how that
Nothing
would
worse
be a
than
lot
aggressive
easier.
meat. You can't
Yes.
leave that door slightly ajar and
No,
have it go
no,
through.
not at all. Oh my gosh. Well, what about like here's a good one. So as far as tools we use, because both of us have dogs, what do
Hmm.
your tools like as far as your dogs? Because your dogs
Oh
are
gosh.
high energy, they're
They're high
smart,
energy, yeah.
they require mental and physical burns. So
So
what do you
for
use?
them, it's all about, and any dog, but like especially those high energy hunting breeds, herding breeds fall into this category too often. They need a job or they need something or they'll get themselves in trouble. So we have a lot of tools and strategies in place. If we need to tire them out quickly, the first stop is working their nose, and even better if we can work their nose and their feet. So we have a tool, which is called, we call it lovingly the lifesaver. One of our trainers gave it to us as right before I had my hip surgery because we were like, how are we going to do this with three of them
Yeah.
and down a human and just kind of the chaotic nature of that. And this is basically an interactive feeder where you put the food in one piece of it, and there's sort of a bell uh, component, sort of like you see those talking where the dogs are hitting the thing and it says a word.
Yes.
You can put that anywhere. You can also take this outside. We keep it inside, but you could pretty much travel with it if you wanted to. And the dog has to go between the bell and the food, and they kind of, it keeps
Nice.
them engaged and kind of moving, but also has to work their brain and their nose a good bit. Kenobi can basically do it herself, which is really nice because I can like, fill the dishwasher while she's
Right.
doing that. Maddie, so you still have to, she like Hulk smashes the thing and like she gets very like annoyed that it's not giving her enough food. And then you hear it slam into a cabinet somewhere. So like you kind of have to watch her.
Yep.
But Kenobi will just do it herself. So it's kind of nice. You get like 10 minutes to like do a quick thing while she's tiring herself
Right.
out. And I remember when we first got it, I was like, there's no way. There's no way that this is like that effective. and all three of them were like toast the rest of the night. So we're like, we use it very strategically. It's not an every day, every night kind of thing.
Hmm.
Although like in the summer, hurricane season, when it's raining too much, when it's too cold, like anything sort of when we can't get outside enough, um, this becomes sort of a go-to to tire them out and keep the house as sane as possible.
I love it. I love it. We've never been the kind of, because our dog Jojo is so like fickle about the things that she likes to either play with or like those kind
Hmm.
of things. But we have the same thing. She's 16th smartest breed in the world, so she
Hmm.
needs to use her brain. We have one of the kids. It's like a unfoldable, like fold up ball pit, and then we just throw the
Hmm.
balls in there. Sometimes for dinner time, we just throw her food in there. So she has to
Oh,
get in
that's
the
so
ball
smart.
pit
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
snuff around and find everything while having all of this
Hmm.
noise of all the balls moving around. And that has been proven very effective. So, yeah, the kids' ball pit. A lot of the kids' toys we typically will hide things in
I say it's,
for JoJo.
for all the people who want to be like dogs aren't kids, there's a lot of similarities out there
Yeah,
and toys and
100%.
interactive things and like yeah, that's one of them.
Yep,
Obviously,
yep.
they're
No,
not the
that
same
is,
thing. Don't at me on the internet, like yeah, please.
yes. Now,
I
so
just said they were similar.
one of the other tools, and I know we called this out in our first, um, like our first podcast, was the
Hmm.
fact that we always used Marco Polo for
Yes.
years.
Yeah. I wonder if it
And that
would
has
tell us
been
like when we signed up for it. I bet you it would. Kind of like the
probably,
social
we would have
platforms.
to, yeah. But
Yeah, there was a
it's
whole thing on
been,
Threads this weekend or last week, to go into your Instagram to see like who had the oldest Instagram account. And there were some like, I mean, I thought I've been on there since before hashtags, which is makes me super old. But there were people that were like a year before, like right after it like
wow.
launched, which is wild. Yeah.
See, and I'm
But yeah,
sad because I was an Android user, so I didn't get
yeah, you had
access to
the
Instagram until way later.
yeah. I was say you had the
But
late release. Totally forgot there was a whole season where it was just an iPhone app.
yeah, yeah, it was the same
Flashback.
thing with Facebook. Facebook started
Yeah,
for only, kids that were in college, and then they were like,
yeah.
"Oh, we have a whole, other audience out there." And then that was that. So,
Did you see the thing I just sent you that they're doing? Yeah, and spoiler
no,
alert.
would you send me? It's okay,
And
we can
now
talk
they've
about it.
they've they've just bought some kind of technology that will keep you posting after you die on Instagram.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I because the
Well,
world they said they're not going to use it, Amber. So that's probably fine.
I mean, there's this whole, I will say one of the things that I did pitch to my parents at one point, because I sent them a little like hand recorder, and I was like, I just want you
Hmm.
guys to talk about your lives. Like I want you to record your voice,
Yeah.
stories about your lives, just things that you and dad remember, like all these things. And I was talking to my mom the other day, and I said, Mom, how cool would it be that if you put enough stuff in there, I could make an AI agent out of you. So
Hmm.
eventually my parents could, talk to my kids.
Hmm.
And maybe if they have kids, their kids. So it's like,
Yeah.
little things like that where it's like, if the data is available to do it.
Your
But
version of it is far less creepy.
indeed, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
I think
yeah,
I mean, because my first when I saw this, I was like, so okay, let's run with this. You have a person in your life who passes, and that's very sad.
right.
And then all of a sudden, like days, weeks, months, years later, you start seeing them post again on Instagram. Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm
It
sure
like
there's more
reminds
to it,
me, yeah,
but
it feels like the memories that Facebook does, but it
yeah,
feels like an
yeah, yeah, yeah,
automated, like, oh, remember this
yeah.
time? Like,
Because sometimes
cool.
it's like, read the
But
room. Nobody wants that memory. It's a sad one. Or, come on, I haven't talked to that Facebook. I know, you know
right?
that I haven't talked to
Yes.
that person in 12 years.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it goes. with every good, there's a bad. And with
Exactly.
technology, great power comes great responsibility. Shout out to Spider-Man. But yeah, that's I don't know if I'll be using that tool. Hopefully, not anytime soon.
No, no, probably not. Probably not.
Hmm.
Um, but yes, any other tools you can think of off the top
I'm
of your
sure there's
head in
tons,
a
but like
flash
those
round?
are kind of my I mean I have a bunch of just like, fidgety things all over my desk, which is probably
Yeah.
a duh thing. I like this one. I like it. Like,
Ooh,
do
that's
that with.
fun.
I think it glows in the dark too. Um, but it was a gift from my therapist.
See, I like that one because it's
Yeah,
it's it's texture, but it's also like something you can
yeah.
really
It's
fidget
got
with.
a little bit of a noise, like a little slight clicky thing to it too, which I
Yeah,
like. Yeah, and it's a good one. So I have them all over the place, but this is like my favorite.
that's
Um,
so cool.
yeah, I think that those are like my off the top of my head. I am sure, like I said, there's tons.
I
We could
yeah,
probably do a tool episode every
I
quarter.
feel like we could, yeah, like with just the things that we've been able to use in our life and things that have made things easier and having kids and having dogs and all of those
Hmm.
things. But if we
Hmm.
think of additional ones, yeah, we'll add them to the turkey for future conversations, that's for sure.
Definitely.
But what else do we
And
have on our list to talk about or
so we
things that we
have
could
our
talk about?
friendship check-in, the weekly
Oh yeah.
chaos report,
Oh yes. Yes. Da da da
where we
da
can
da.
share one peek and one what even was that moment of the week.
I'm gonna say you got to start because
Okay.
well first, how are you doing? Because we'll do the BFF
I
check-in.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I think I don't know that we're gonna have enough time to I don't you're the timekeeper, so I don't have a time thing in front of me. But like we're both
Yeah,
looking
I
for
don't.
jobs, so there's that.
Yes.
Which is always a fun journey.
Hmm.
Um, so I just posted on LinkedIn today about my contract coming to an end
Yep.
after 2 wonderful years next month. So kind of been on the hunt and kind of doing all that. So that's got a lot of my attention at the moment.
Yes.
And then everything else is just trying to take it day by day and moment by moment and not
Yeah.
scream too much into the void. Sometimes
You
the
know,
void responds back.
yes. Which by the way, speaking of screaming into the void, a nice little plug for Scream Club. So one of the things that I
Yes.
do, and Casey's very aware of this, is it's called Scream Club, and I just happen to be the Seattle chapter lead out here. But we meet on the first and the third Sunday of every month out here in different locations, um, to scream
Hmm.
into, the Puget Sound and just release our, angst and anxiety and stress and all the things. And yeah, people should come join if they are local because it definitely gets a lot off the chest. But there's different
Do you
Scream Club
have people
chapters
that are
all over the country.
like so like for me, like I hear that and I'm like, that sounds amazing, but also terrifying because I'm an introvert and I don't have a scream.
Hmm.
I have a what
Right.
I didn't say it, but you can bleep it out because I did mouth it.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, I'm more of a WTF person,
Yep.
just like under my breath, like, so I don't really scream a whole lot. But you have people
Yeah.
who like become like they're like super nervous when they first get there and they're like, I
Yes.
don't really know how to scream. Do you have scream
Yep.
classes?
We very much, one of the things, and just so time check, we have 9 minutes left. One of the things that Scream Club is really good about is we really kind of set the tone that it's a safe space and recognizing the fact that a lot of people show up and they really haven't screamed, whether it's a
Hmm.
culture thing or they just haven't had the opportunity or it feels weird or whatever. So, I have always tried to go out of my way to make sure that people feel safe and comfortable. And we've had a lot of people show up that are introverts and they're like, I would
Hmm.
never want to do something like this, but I just felt like of all the other tools that I'm, doing, I do, therapy, I do yoga, I do all these other things, but it just doesn't have the same effect.
Hmm.
So yeah, so we've had multiple types of different people
Yeah,
show up, and it's been awesome. You know, Chicago has
that's
one
so
of
cool.
the biggest ones, and they've done just an incredible job. So
Well, they got to scream because it gets so cold there that they
oh
don't.
man, so
Sean
cold.
and I
Which
both love
speaking,
Chicago when we first like, well, I had been there before, but his first time, he's like, "Oh, I love it here. We could move here." And I was like, "No,
no, no,
no, we cannot."
no, the
I said,
winters
"We're here in
there,
June, and they have real winter, like real winter.
yes, real winter, and
I'm
it's
not
the
that tall.
lake
They have more
winter.
snow than me sometimes."
Yes, it is brutally cold and
Yes,
windy there
yes.
during the winter.
Great city other times though.
Yes, yes. But that, as far as like how am I doing, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to is this coming Sunday we have our monthly, Scream Club coming up, and just certain levels of exhaustion from job looking.
Hmm.
I mean, you being my best friend, you get to hear all of the dynamics and support me through all of that, and I'm always forever grateful. Um,
Been there,
but
done
yeah.
that, kind of doing it
Mhm.
again. So
Yeah.
I
And
get
my
it.
kid, my Charles, my oldest, he was on midwinter break last week, and
Mm-hmm.
thank God he's back to school this week because I needed a break. I still have
Yeah,
my
like
2-year-old home with me.
as a childless person, child-free person, whatever you want to call it, there are no kids in this home that are human, and so I have zero context of when they are in or out of school, minus if it's like summer or Christmas.
Yeah,
And we live near the high school, so sometimes I'll leave and I'll be like, "What is going on here?" And I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh, that's right, the
yeah.
kids are
School.
back to
Hmm.
school.
Yeah,
They must go learn and do the thing." So,
yeah.
um,
So
so
that's
that's
yeah.
fun.
So that's kind of what's been going on with me. And then your other one was what was our WTF moments?
Yes, yeah. Like what even was that? I think this did not want to curse when I wrote it. When I
Ah.
ran it through. So, uh, I mean, there's so many of them where I don't think
The first place
I
my
just shared
brain,
the Facebook AI one. So there's that. That was my most
yeah.
recent.
I mean, there's a
Uh,
lot of politics moments
mhm.
of what even was that, but I want to try to keep this as politics free. Maybe we'll eventually have a different type of episode for that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I I don't think I really have. I think every day with kids is kind of a
Yeah, there's always a
WTF moment.
moment. Yeah. It's kind of
But
like
I
the things
just
that you never thought you'd say or they would never say, like you just and pets are the same way. Like they do things and you're like, I just why would you do that?
I will say it's not a recent one, but it has happened within the last, I would say, month and a half or so. I was sitting on the couch one night and my husband walks out into the living room, and I'm sitting on my phone on the couch, and he just turns the living room light off and walks out. And I was like, what is happening? And I was like, because I knew he was coming back out to eventually watch television, but I sat there on the couch like, what did he forget I was sitting here? Like he saw me, right? Like, and I was sitting there for a while, and finally, eventually, he comes over, and I go, "So you turned off the lights earlier?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, why did you do that?" Like, because then you just walked out. And he'll do that sometimes where he'll come in and he'll like turn the fan off in the kitchen and then just walk out. And I'm the one standing in the kitchen cooking dinner. And I have these moments very frequently where he'll go, "Oh, but I knew we were going to turn the lights off to watch the movie," or "I knew you were going
Hmm.
to eventually." So he's kind of like ahead of me a couple steps.
Ahead of yeah.
But in the moment, I sit there and I'm like,
That's the beauty of um being married, having a partner, sharing your life with other human beings, and just going like, why did your brain do that? You
yes,
know, like or now like I do it like I'll do a thing where I'll call it out on and just be like, that's my brain would never do that.
right.
That is
Yeah.
not how I would have processed any
Yep.
of that information.
Yep.
So it's kind of it's fun, and luckily we have very wonderful partners who are supportive and
You
uh,
know,
yeah.
yeah, I feel like one of these days the guys are going to have to take over our podcast just to share with our listeners what it's like living with us and as
Last
spouses.
week, as we were editing and putting all of everything together to have it go live, my husband was it was late here on the East Coast, and he's like, "Oh, you can't finish that up tomorrow?" And I was like, "No, we have 65 listeners that are anticipating this tomorrow. We
We have an
so
audience
you're
now.
welcome. You're welcome, friends of the pod."
Exactly. You have officially been prioritized.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what. But I will say the ever since we did come out with this podcast, it has brought me an extra level of joy in my life. And I know we
Same.
jokingly talk about joy, but it really has. Like I enjoy doing funny, goofy video editing and it's
Hmm.
a side thing. But
Yep.
also like just
And
being
there's
able
no
to talk to my
pressure,
best friend.
obviously, folks. Like we're
100%.
we're doing this super like chill. Obviously, we put some thought into it and some structure, but like we're part of the strategy is to make it fun and lighthearted and not like very
Exactly.
regimented kind of thing. We are not following the best of this
No,
for
this
doing
is, I
any of
mean,
this probably, but
yeah, the
it's
biggest
meant to
pressure
be
that
fun.
we're under,
Yeah,
yeah, biggest pressure is that we have to do this in 40 minutes or
do it.
less, or Zoom will kick us
Yeah,
out. Like,
yeah, yeah. I get very nervous. I'm like, ooh, that's I don't know if that's enough time for this topic because I have a lot
well,
to say about that one.
speaking of timing, so we're less under the 2 minute mark, so we should probably
So
like
we're about to get
sign
booted.
off. We're about to get booted, but it was, yeah, just another wonderful, wonderful podcast for us to talk about randomness
Yes.
and all the things.
All
So
the things, all our tools, all our maybe not all of them, but a glimpse
some,
into
yes.
the ones we could
Um,
think of in the moment.
exactly, exactly.
Thanks to the turkey phase.
Indeed. All right. Well,
Alrighty.
tune in
Hey,
next week to see what the
uh,
turkey has in store for us.
episode 3 is in the books.